All right, so I have a jam-packed 60 minutes for you, but I want to spend at least 50 minutes, I should say, 5 to 10 on just where you're at, because I know you're making some changes. And I want to be able to assist you there however I can. So go ahead.
All right. It's okay right now. So regarding the whole website situation.
Right.
Hold on, I just totally lost you. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I'm going to be switching that over. Because of the timing, I held it for one more month, just so that we could actually create. So I didn't want to rush this, and I want to make sure it was done right.
Okay.
So I held them for another month, and then they're done. But honestly, once things get created, I mean, we can just move the whole platform over, whatever we
Right.
have.
That's right.
So you had asked me the question about the platform. So it's their platform, but I own the content of the site.
Got it.
Like, they can't just move that whole site to a different host. They would have to host it.
So the site stays there.
The site stays there.
Okay, that's fine.
I bought the domain name through Google, so it had nothing to do with them.
Got it.
You know, we can just redirect all of that when we actually create it.
All right, cool. So the site will stay there, so no need for Bluehost.
No need for Bluehost for another month. And
Got it.
If we're going to completely recreate a new site, now we have 30 days to do it. Is really what we, I just didn't rush.
Got it. Well, I'm going to tell you that that's unrealistic. I wouldn't be able to do a site in 30 days.
Okay.
And if I rush it, it'll be it'll be hell.
All right.
All right. So we can stay there. We could stay there for now. My thoughts were, we can you could still have access to manipulate the design a little bit. Okay, cool. So if we could do that, what we can do is create some call to actions, link them out to ClickFunnels pages, if possible.
Okay.
And then start generating email lists, start generating some interest and attention, and go from there, right?
Now, I did sign up for Active Campaign. I didn't actually purchase a plan yet. I just did their initial trial.
That's cool.
And
I don't want you paying for that either yet. I have a
conference call with them at 11:30 today just to see what their features are. So
yeah, it's that call is really, really cool. I mean, I went through it myself, and it's very, very educational, and their support is out of control. Like, it's so good. So you'll get a lot out of that call.
Hey, can you just hold on 1 second? I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Sure.
This is Mike. How can I help you? Okay. Actually, I'm right in the middle of the class. Can I actually call you right back? What is your name and number? Erin, I will call you back in probably about just less than an hour. You're very welcome. Bye-bye. Love that. I'm like, I hear that phone ring right now. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. All right. So what we're going to do today is define your brand attributes. So they're crystal clear. And I think at the end of this call, I know, you're going to have a much clearer vision on what you stand for, what the customer stands for, and what they're all about, and how they're hearing you.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be very, very helpful for you, because the last time we spoke, you said, look at this entity over here in town. Look at this entity over here in town. You know exactly what their mission is and exactly what their purpose does. And so, and we want to clear that up so that our messaging gets really, really sharp. So I'm going to share screen.
Let's make it happen.
And we will get rocking here. So there's six tiers that we're going to discuss today. And this is sort of the template that I use. All right. So there's cultures, there's community, which is your customers or your users.
Yep.
There's your brand's voice, the brand feeling, the brand impact, and the X factor. Okay. So what we're going to do is these are going to be timed, if you will. We're going to do like 8 minutes a pop, right? And we're just going to crush. Maybe we'll even do five minutes each line. And when we run out of time, we run out of time, because it's just important that we get this all down. And then from here, we're going to pick the best one out of the brainstorm, the list. And then that's going to be your 6 core brand attributes for Mindfit.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with our culture. So underneath here, you can see this. Okay. Right. This is big enough for you. Okay.
Yeah, perfectly.
All right. How would your community describe you, AKA Mindfit? So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a laundry list, and it's 10:08. We're going to stop at 10:13.
All right. Inspiring.
Got it. Okay.
Educational.
Love it.
Empowering. Unique.
Definitely.
Forward thinking.
Steady fucking drinking and shit. Trying to get this right, man. Being up all
Got one for you.
knowing what you want to say, but
There you
can't
go.
find the words to express yourself. You know
Creative.
What I'm saying?
Definitely.
This is what this one's gonna be about.
Problem solving.
Hmm.
You know it sucks when you can't write in your heart. When you're up until 3 a.m. looking for words in the dark.
How about on the fitness side?
Instead of hustling for that bread, the sneakers, playing a game of chess
Real.
like roulette. Live with no
Huh.
regrets, give it your best.
I don't want to catch that because then I'll favor it. Real is great.
Take me away, I'll let you learn because knowledge is wealth. Picking up
You know, health focused.
Stop getting from the city. Yo, that's
Yep.
enough to spread some love and help the people with me. Do what you want, don't never let nobody tell you different. This is your life. and
Science-based.
nobody can tell you how to live it.
Oh, nice.
Give it 100% and nothing less. Develop your talents, cause that's how I cope with the stress. The rest will follow suit. All that's gotta be done is be you. All you have to do is be you. Lost in
Futuristic.
thought, got my mind rushing.
Hmm.
Pacing back and forth, just trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror.
How would your community describe you? I have one, but I want to see if you get it first.
Trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror. The more that I write, it's like I find out more about me.
Oh,
The
shit.
more that
I got
see,
two.
embracing every
I got-
side of me. From Columbia
Let me,
to
I'm
Vegas,
go.
I'm
I
places
I have to
When I search for
stop giving you the
inspiration, I
answers.
just look
I'm so bad at that.
All right, let me think.
Perspectives is all that I really search for. When opportunity shows itself, I walk through that open door. Embrace
Life-changing?
always learn from mistakes. Open your heart to love. That's when potential awakes. In space, I'm daydreaming. Levitate to the
Actually,
ceiling.
just
Clear my
change,
mind
too.
so I can
Change
keep
itself,
styles
the
in
word.
evening. Relieving stress that I gain throughout the day. Never lose motivation or focus on getting paid. Cause money ain't everything. Just shit to keep us in line. Learn to love
I'm gonna
what's
say
important,
rebel.
I guarantee you'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Lost in thought, got my mind rushing.
Where am
Pacing back
There
and
we go.
forth, just trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person
Fighter.
I see when I look in the mirror. Lost in thought, got my
Fighting
mind
that
rushing.
status quo.
Pacing back and forth, just trying to
This is
create
what your
something.
community,
Wish
this is
that
what
I
the
could pick this pen
outside
up and draw this
would
picture
describe you
and
as.
become the
Remember.
person I see
I'm
when
just
I
trying to
look
think
in
of
the
what
mirror.
people have said as they've been in here.
Yep.
When I look in the mirror,
Different.
Mm. Perfect.
maybe one day, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing. I hear that word a lot here.
Love it.
Not like.
Okay. I was thinking results driven or results focused.
Yep.
And then I was also thinking, and I could be off here, because I don't know if the community has seen this yet. I mean, I've seen you because I know you, and I know you have 3 kids, and I know you have a wife and all that. I'm thinking family oriented, but I don't know if that exists yet.
I think you could put it.
Okay.
Just in the kids that we have signed up here, I think that the families would see that.
Okay.
I don't think the outside does. Holy moly.
That was loud.
Sorry.
It's all
I
good.
love it when I'm always
Well, listen, we had 3 calls already, right? And this is the first call that we started to hear the phone ring in the background, and I'm proud of you.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to our users. Let's go to our customers. How would you describe them?
Customers.
Yeah.
They're family.
Okay.
Family based. They're also forward thinking.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely.
They want the best for their kids.
Just type this up real quick.
Because really, my customers, I hate to say it, are the parents.
Right.
My students are the students, but my parents are the customers because that's who's paying the bill.
Right. So I'm sorry, family-based, forward-thinking. What was the last one?
The hell did I say?
Damn.
All right.
What's they want the best for their children.
Yeah, they just want the best for their kids.
Well,
They're not happy with the status quo.
right.
It's very obvious.
Want the best for their children. We have to put parents. We just have to put parents. Want the best for their children. Challenge. We're supposed to be sticking to adjectives here, but I'll stretch a little bit. When you challenge the status quo, what are you? You're a rebel, but what's the other word?
Trendsetter.
Yeah.
Early adopter.
Yep.
Definitely early adopters.
Yeah, I love that. Forward thinking. I'm trying to stay away from the same ones we just used, but if you could find synonyms or something that could work with,
they are anti-mediocre.
Aha. Would you consider them to be high quality, or what's another word for high quality? It's like another word for they want the finer things in life.
Yes. Not necessarily. Don't think of it from a socio-demographic standpoint, although I think it would be. They understand the need for this, and I don't know if I can define this yet.
Yeah. Well, it's a innovative form of education. It's a out of the box thinking form of education.
I'm doing a Facebook Live today on the difference between learning about versus learning to do. It's two different things.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, and I don't want to go too off tangent, but I have a best friend. He's the godfather of my son, and he's got a 11-year-old daughter. And he said when he helps her with homework, it's all theory.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about today. I have it all framed out on a whiteboard, but it's the difference of all the kids that are coming in here, they have learned about coding previously. They've learned about 3D printers. They never did it. Electronics. They've never done it.
Okay.
So It is. It's theory versus practice.
So how about hands-on is the word. You would describe your customers as hands-on. They want to get in there.
Yep. They're doers.
Yes. How about, I think they're exceptional.
Yeah, they are. Hold on, I just had a thought.
Another minute.
They're also very creative in their own ways.
All right, let's keep rolling, and then we'll look at the time we have left, and then if we have to come back, if something pops in, we could always jump back. All right.
Yep.
So looking at the voice. So if you can see what's said underneath voice, it's how do you sound? How do you sound to others?
I would say passionate.
Okay. I have one.
Driven.
Yeah.
A risk taker.
Yeah, what's the word for that? Oh, confident. I'm gonna put risk taking. Courageous is the word.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurial.
Desperate when I talk to you. When I sound to them and when I sound to you are probably two totally different things.
And that's fine. Listen, we all have it. We all have it, dude. You know, I have to congratulate you for doing this in the first place. You know what I mean? Dude, you took the leap, man. You know how many people go their whole entire life and they never take a leap, and then they're 90 and they look back and they say, oh shit, I should have done something with my life, and now I'm 90 and I can't. So like, this is it. So you're passionate, assertive, driven, confident, courageous, entrepreneurial. Your voice, it also sounds very authentic. It's very genuine. You know, you want the best for these kids. You want the best for, you know, these kids. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. You wouldn't have done this. I think you're I think your voice is very family focused, because you keep, when you know, at least when you consult with me, you know, you talk about your wife, you talk about your kids. You told me that beautiful story about your son. Yep. You know, that's dedication. That's dedicated. Your voice sounds very dedicated. You know, you got a STEM lab that most schools don't even have.
True.
Right? I think you're focused. You're very focused. I know I'm giving you a lot, but like, I'm quote unquote the other. Right. So I'm looking in and sort of, and I've worked with you now for 4 or 5 hours. So like, I get who you are in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What's the word? The word that I'm thinking for is like persistent. You're very persistent. You're not gonna lay down, right? So another word, in my opinion, I know it's close to courageous, but brave is another one.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're thought-provoking.
nigga, I can't listen to the garbage. Calling people haters when your shit is just the farthest from dope. Doesn't matter if you have 10 cars in a boat and a model getting lathered with the bar of a soap. Purchased from a store that a nigga can't
I think the
approach.
kids find me funny.
That's awesome.
So many
Which is
styles, I got
very
you
cool.
swarmed up.
How about relatable?
Niggas, I'm just getting warmed up.
Relevant is another one. I guess relatable, relevant's the same thing.
I think I sound real. I don't try to be something that I'm not.
Your voice, it sounds very, it's a strong voice, a very strong voice, correct voice. Another word is, you may not think this, but I do. It's a stable voice. No, it is, because remember when we did that live? You were so, your video presence was very stable. It was like we did 15 of those already. And you just were very comfortable. It's another one that comes to mind. You were very comfortable in front of the camera. You have to leverage that. I you know, right now, right. Well, here's the thing, and I think this is part of it. I don't know how many people you have in your corner besides your wife that are helping you point out these strengths. And so when I get on the calls with you and I see what's going on, I see exactly where your strengths are. So that's a good list. All right. So again, I'm hustling because I want to leave some time in case we got to come back. All right, so the feeling. So how do others feel after you or Mindfit, interacts with them? This will be a good one for you to really focus in on.
I would say excited.
Yeah.
Inspired.
Aspired or inspired?
Inspired.
Huh?
Empowered. Strong. I had a 50-pound second grader yesterday pushing 135 on a sled.
Okay, so what comes with that?
Strength.
Yeah. Confidence, strength.
I'm going to say smart.
You pulled it right out. I was going to say they sound smarter. They feel smarter.
Yep.
They just worked a CAD machine, and I know kids that will never work a CAD machine in their life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? How about this one?
Yes.
What's the word where, they feel ahead of the game. They feel like one step ahead. They feel, there's a word for that. The word. Like they feel, believe it or not, they feel special.
Yeah, I could see that.
They feel special. They feel, what about this? I mean, enhanced.
Yep. I think they feel ready.
Yeah, they feel ready. About they feel healthier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at your gym, and I'm seeing it split 50-50, right? Yep. So I'm looking at it from the gym side of things, right? And I'm thinking, all right, after the kid goes through the program, what are they feeling? They're feeling, invigorated. And then after they get done with the fitness, I take them over to the STEM lab and I say, all right, now what do they feel?
They feel accomplished.
Yes, is the word. Yes, accomplished. That's huge. There's another word here that's coming to mind. You know, again, they feel ahead of the.
They want to talk about it. You know, kids come home from school. Like, how was your day at school? Fine. Nothing. Parents pick them up here after class. What'd you do today? Oh, come here. I want to come show you.
How about this? Yeah, they feel intrigued. They feel
engaged.
Yes, is another huge one. Really good at this. You got it all inside of you, dude. You just got to get it out. Engaged, intrigued, accomplished. Figurated. They feel
encouraged.
Uh-huh. I mean, there's got to be a part of them that feels like innovative.
Yep. Innovative, creative.
Yes. Again, there's got to be a word that's like ahead of the curve. They could feel ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm. I think they also feel, as simple of a word as it is, they feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right.
All right. Awesome. All right. So impact. So here's one that here's where we're going to start to become the Mathnasia, the Parisi. This line item, this section is where we need help the most and where we really, really need to be specific. So what tangible impact do you have on others? This one's tough.
Okay, so they're smarter.
Okay.
Because they've learned they've learned how to do something that they didn't know before.
Yep.
Don't let me say the word experienced.
Healthier, the impact, the tangible impact you have on others. They're smarter, they're healthier,
in many ways, they're actually exposed to the future. Although it's too lofty, they don't get that. Parents don't.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. They may not get it, but their parents get it.
Well, the parents don't even get it.
They don't. Okay,
the ones that are here get it, but the ones in the marketing messages that I'm trying to get in here, you don't.
Yep.
It's too lofty.
I see. Okay. So we need to not focus on them because it's very, very hard. Excuse me. It's very, very hard to change someone's belief system. Okay. What I've learned in marketing is this. You do not. So let's look at a lotion, right? There's lotions out there that you could buy for like $50 and it's skin lotion, right? Then you can go to CVS and buy a skin lotion for $5, right? So you're never going to convert the $5 lotion buyer to the $80 lotion buyer. What you need to do is talk to the $80 lotion buyers and say, here, I have a lotion that's $80. That's XYZ, right? Because no one that buys it for $5 will ever see the value in it. I'll give you another example.
You had a podcast the other day and someone asked you a question. How do I get my clients to buy $5,000 what was it? Creative design packages or whatever it was. And you said find clients that will pay $5,000.
That's it. That's it. You know, like, I'll give you another example. My wife and cars. She will be happy as a pig in shit with a Fiat 500.
Right.
Like, her favorite car. Me, I wouldn't be caught dead in it. It's just me. I love cars. I just been a car buff my whole life, right? And I said, when I'm able to afford cars, I'm going to buy specific cars that I always dreamed of driving. Right. And so, but me and my wife, we go at it. And she doesn't understand it. She just doesn't get it. And I said, guess what? You never will. And that's okay. And now it's become a joke. You know, my brother-in-laws tease me. They're like, they always say to my wife, did you see the Lambo that he picked out? And like, it's a big joke. And she's like, did you see the divorce papers that I just signed? We have fun with it. But I'm never going to be able to convert her into. Now, she has said, you know, after I bought my truck, she said, you know what? I happen to really like this truck. You know, it's a solid truck. It's a safe truck. You know, she wouldn't buy it. Mm-hmm. But she liked it, and she's comfortable in it, but she would never buy it. So you're never going to convert. So anyway, I just want to hammer that home. So we need to look at the folks that money is not an issue. It's value. It's value. So I want you to start to focus in on value and value-based marketing, value-based branding. I don't want you to be so price-driven because you're not a commodity. You're not. You're a specialty.
Right.
And it's just.
I agree.
Okay. All right. So getting back to impact, I don't want to waste too much time here. So with all that said, what tangible impact do you hey, listen, you elevate status. True.
They get a higher level of access. That's not the word, though. They get a higher level of
education.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a higher level of education. It's a this one's big.
They get the ability to do.
Yeah, the ability to do. That's awesome. I love that. They get guidance, right? They get guidance.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I do?
You know that old saying, things that do, or people that do, people that can't do teach. So the problem with teaching and teachers is that they teach to those who also in their minds can't do.
Interesting. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. That's deep. That's really, really deep.
That's picking a fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Sometimes you got to go there.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, I know that.
I was ready 2 weeks ago. I was so scared.
Exactly.
And now I'm realizing that you have to pick fights, because if you're picking a fight, someone else also thinks like you do. And then you're becoming,
here's a couple other things. You're becoming polarizing. You're becoming more of a grounded individual, so people really see where you stand.
Right.
And that's very, very powerful. So I think they're the impact, the tangible impact you have on others. How about you're providing value? Providing opportunity.
Here was an example that I was actually going to give today in the Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I'm trying to tie it to this. So imagine that you or your son know everything in the world there is to know about football. You know every stat, you know every player's name, you know every rule and regulation.
Okay.
And since the Super Bowl's coming up, the Eagles decided that they need a couple more players, so they have an open walk-on tryout, like they did for Vince Papale. And you go and try out. You know everything there is to know about football. You just never played football before. So are they going to choose you or no? Now let's move it to a more real-life experience. You love computers. You love technology. And you decide that when you grow up, you want to work for Google. Imagine if you had that opportunity to go and interview with Google. What are you going to tell them? You love computers. You love technology. You love what they can do. You love all these things. And they say, great. So what have you made with a computer? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's the difference between knowing and doing.
That's it.
And
I love it.
I have to. That's my whole thing today.
That's beautiful. Dude, say that just the way you said it to me.
I've literally been practicing it for like a day.
You nailed that, puppy. I'm telling you. So as you were talking, I'm writing down here, you're providing value. So the tangible impact you have on others is you're providing value, you're providing opportunity, you're providing experience.
Oh God, don't say that word.
I have to put it. No, I have to.
So then the question becomes, how do you value the experience?
How do you value? Yeah, exactly. So that's the impact, right? So I value the experience by calling it innovation.
And I'll be honest with you, that's a word that people don't get. People get it if they're an early adopter. It's like the first people that bought the iPhone. That's literally what I feel like right now.
Yeah. How about this? This is interesting, right? So how about this? Retention. So this is what I've learned. So when you are active in your learning, when you're physically active, when you're learning, you retain 90%
yes.
of what it is that you're learning.
Right.
So I would say that is huge. So I don't know if it's learning retention or just retention by itself, but that is a massive impact that you're tangibly giving someone by having these two entities in the same roof.
Yeah.
That's powerful. All right. You're giving them, how about
a love of learning.
Yep. A love of learning. You're giving them, oh God, what's the word? You're giving them an advantage. That's the word.
That's the word. That is the word.
I'm bolding it because there's no other word.
There's no other word.
Yep. So that's huge.
You're giving them the ability to differentiate themselves.
Massive. Hold on. Regular. You're giving them
differentiating capabilities.
Yep. Differentiation. You're creating.
That's tomorrow's, actually.
Right.
Tomorrow's
awesome.
is, how is your child going to differentiate themselves in a world where the entire state teaches the exact same curriculum?
I love it. All right. There's some meat on that one. Let's round this out, and then we'll see we'll take the last 5 minutes to kind of fill in what we can. So the X factor, this could be very simple for you, I think. How are you different from others? What makes you special? Well, combining.
When two worlds collide.
Yep. You're combining fitness and STEM. That's it right there. I mean, if you just left it at that, you'd be fine. But let's go. The X factor. what makes you special.
Honestly, even though Mathnasium, they're coming away with something, Parisi, they're coming away with something, one of the things that makes us special is what we have here.
Yeah.
The shit that we have here, no one else has.
Our facility. Our facility is
huge.
Yeah, our facility. Our tools.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Our equipment. I should say our equipment. And if you wanna get specific, we could do. Let's get specific, because I want this. You're gonna have this forever. Your cat. What do they call them?
The 3D printers.
Yeah, 3D printers. 3D printers. What else?
Our hydroponic towers. Our green screen media.
Say green screen media.
Our mechatronics.
I don't even know what that is.
MECHA. TRONICS.
How's that?
Our robotics. I would keep it at those. Coding stuff you can do anywhere.
Right. Okay, that's a decent list. What else? I'm thinking from a feeling standpoint. I'm going like personality now. You know, what makes you special? Oh man. You know, I'm thinking feeling. I'm thinking those are tangible things, which is good. But now I'm just thinking what makes you different. I mean, I'm gonna write this down. I want to write down you. Like, that's what makes this so special. Mm-hmm. You know, the owner himself. I'm just gonna write it. For thinking of this, you know, for thinking, executing this idea. That makes you very special, my friend. Nobody else. Well, you said there's a place in Jersey City, but like that.
Well,
there's
the place in Jersey City is just a tiny STEM lab.
Oh, it's just a STEM lab.
Oh yeah,
okay.
No one's combined these two together.
Okay.
Actually, the guy from Jersey City came up to see what we were doing.
Right, you mentioned. So there you have it. So you yourself, my friend, is quite the X factor, and combining these two is the X factor. So
we're just the first.
What makes you special? We're the first.
In some ways, we're becoming our own subject matter experts on a field that doesn't even exist.
Yep. What was the trailblazing is a word that I want to add in here somewhere. Maybe the community describes you as trailblazing.
Actually, yeah, someone did say that. I have heard that.
Pioneering is the word, really.
Mm-hmm.
We were the first to market. I'm going to say first to market is the word. Horizontal lines on the iron surface, spines burst for a biased purpose, like the virus in the churches. I like that. Good. All right, awesome. All right, so let's look back, do a quick recap. Culture, how would your community describe you? Inspiring, educational, empowering, unique, forward-thinking, innovative, creative, problem-solving, real, health-focused, science-based, futuristic, life-changing, change, rebel, fighter, different, amazing, results focused, family-oriented, and pioneering. Let's highlight one.
Let's say innovative.
And this is under culture. Makes sense. Okay. Users. How would you describe your customers? Family-based, forward-thinking, parents, want the best for their children, trend center, early adapter, anti-mediocre, hands-on, doers, exceptional, creative.
Honestly, they want what's best for their kids.
Okay, how do you sound to others? Passionate. What's that?
You tell me.
Aha. Okay. Passionate, assertive, driven, confident, courageous, entrepreneurial, authentic, genuine, family focused, dedicated, focused, persistent, provoking, funny, relevant, strong, direct. Okay, so one of the biggest things that I am pushing is this one. I mean, you come across very authentic.
Okay.
You come across very driven. You come across very dedicated. So I don't know if authentic may not be the word yet. Let me think. And well, confident is, I'm just thinking, how do you sound to others? Here's the one that comes to mind. I gotta go with my gut. Okay? I gotta go with my gut.
Good.
All right. Feeling. How do you feel after you interact with that? How do others feel after you interact with them? What do you think?
I like accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, to dumb it down, they walk away smarter.
Okay.
I mean, they're truly, they now know something they didn't know yesterday.
Okay. All right. What tangible impact do you have on others? There's some great ones here.
I do love advantage. I really do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have that bolded. Yeah, leave it. And then as far as the X factor, I know what it is.
Top one?
Yep.
Damn, that's troubling because no one seems to get that.
Well,
and I agree with you 100%. But no one, like, I've actually changed in a lot of my social media marketing. I've moved away from fitness because everyone gets STEM. STEM's a trendy word right now.
mm-hmm.
And it's because I had a mom of one of my kids' friends. This was the most disturbing thing. She came in and she actually saw the facility, was absolutely enamored, was blown away. She goes, I have to tell you, she goes, I'm just being honest, and she's a small business owner as well. She goes, what your advertisements are saying does not do this justice. She goes, I literally thought when I saw fitness plus STEM, kids were playing on iPads and then taking a break and doing burpees. She goes, I have no idea what you had done here. This is incredible. So, and that has just haunted me. So I've tried to change it of, a new way to learn STEM. Because people hear fitness and they instantly think sports. Unfortunately, it's just ingrained in us when it comes to kids, because kids don't have fitness. Kids have sports.
Okay.
instead of a blind sight. Open oculars help to define range, melody, support structure, prevent erosion. Dooms elude the weathering, cause unity's devotional and punitive reactions never lead a horse to water. Loyalties at granite rock, planet hop.
Say back again to me. I gotta hear it again. Say back again to me what this parent said.
So she said that the way that I'm doing my marketing ads on Facebook and Instagram and all that are not doing justice to what this place looks like. Because I had no idea what you were doing here. Because I saw fitness and STEM and thought that kids were playing on iPads and then taking a break every few minutes and doing burpees.
So here's one that I want to add. State of the art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it is.
It is, and that is a word that I use all the time. I always say they do a functional fitness program and then they go right into our state-of-the-art STEM line.
Yes.
So I do say that a lot, but unfortunately, I think it's an overused term because everything's state-of-the-art. Everything, everything's. I saw the new YMCA article the other day, and they're like, "Oh, it's a new state-of-the-art facility." I'm like, "In the end, it's just a
It is being overused. It is being overused. All right, so
It's like the word streamline. We're going to streamline overuse.
yeah, it is. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Because at its core, this is the X factor. At its core.
Agreed.
Its core. Yeah, how we communicate that needs to be refined.
Yep. Agreed.
And so we can focus our energies on figuring out ways. That's why this exercise is so important. So now we've established that that's the X factor. Now, how exactly do we communicate that? And it's only going to take, you're going to get that aha moment. You're
Right.
going to get that aha moment. Just give yourself the time and patience to get it. So, so this is our sort of our template or our outline. What I want to show you is something cool where we plug in, right? We plug in what we've highlighted, and now we start to create a pseudo mission statement, a pseudo USP.
Yep.
Okay, so Mindfit provides innovation to who's the customer, children, in a culture, in an innovative environment with a dedicated voice, helping them feel smarter and have that and have that advantage. So you see how we got to play?
Yep.
We got to play with it a little, but that's getting really, really clear on your impact and what it is that you actually do.
Okay.
All right. So, if you want to write this down, let me throw this over. So, okay, and then I'm going to give you this. You're going to have this recording anyway. You can refer back to it, but when you're done writing this down, let me know. Intimidated by the skills demonstrated, Oscar Peterson felt bleak and didn't play the piano for about 4 weeks. Chapter 3, Oscar P grew fast. His hands moved on the white and black bones like lightning flash, playing big band tones, getting on and on, jamming with Johnny Holmes. Though being the lone black man in the white band during that time span, he ran across some racist shit, but still stuck with it. Black jazz, Canadian kid shining with every gig, letting his fingers dismantle the struggle we live in. Yo, that's okay. Then I want you to write down culture, innovative. Your users want the best for their children. Your voice is dedicated. The feeling you invoke out of others is they feel smarter. The tangible impact that you provide is a advantage. And then the X factor is combining fit and STEM. So just write those down. Your homework is to play around with this formula and see what you can come up with.
Got it.
Okay. That's going to really help you clarify. Now, on our next call, I'll give you a quick tip. So what we're going to do on our next call is your website, right, is going to help you do 3 things. It's going to help you increase revenue, increase awareness, or increase efficiency. Okay? Where I'm going to help you the most is awareness. Okay? So I'm going to focus my time and attention on awareness, but on our next call, we are going to go through this prioritization goals exercise, and we are going to put down short, medium, and long-term goals. We're going to look at the desirability, the doability, the budget, and I have a little formula that I use to create a number. Okay. And if that number is a 16 or greater, that's what we execute immediately. Okay. Yep. Anything under, we can table. And it all depends if it's short, medium, or long term. So that's what we're going to do on our next call. Okay. And then we'll be able to then look ahead and say, what's our plan of attack? What do we need to do? And then do it. Got it. So let's look at the calendar. Okay, so the 8th, I'll be traveling. So if we want to do it the second week of February, let me go to that week. So it's the week of the 5th.
Yep.
Tuesday's great. The 6th. Wednesday's great.
Tuesday's fine.
Okay, so Tuesday. You want to do 10?
Yeah, let's do 10.
Okay, so strategy call with Mike, Henry. We're gonna do prioritization. Steve and Fancher. And it's a wrap, my friend.
Awesome.
All right, dude. So listen, anything in between, give me a shout. If you're stuck, give me a shout. If you're stuck, give me a shout, and we'll work through it and we'll make it happen.
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Talk to you soon.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.